Good morning and welcome to our discussion segment. Good morning, Anambra. My name is GMA Uche. How are you? Sure, you're good. Okay, today let's look at youth development in Anambra State 2024 review and prospects in 2024. Are we reviewing 2024, 2023? Okay, and I have a guest that has joined me to do that. Comrade Ken Okoli, President General, ASATU Youth. Good morning, Ken.
Good morning, Ife. Good morning.
My name is IJ. You'll always want to rename me.
No, not really. Just because I called Ife just a few minutes ago, and it's just that's the reason. Good morning, Anambra.
Happy New Year.
The same to you.
Okay, good to have you here, Ken.
Thank you.
We said we are looking at youth development in Anambra State and then reviewing the prospects. So what does that mean actually? Where did we start? Where are we? Where are we going?
Well, youth development in Anambra State, 2020, you said 2023?
We're reviewing 2023.
Okay.
And then looking at the prospects in 2024.
Okay. First, we have to look at it from the angle of the government. What are the government activities that have to do with the youth development that are beneficial to the young people? I will talk from the state government angle, and that is under the leadership of Professor Charles Chukwuma Soludo, the governor of Anambra State. The Ministry of Youth Development, which is under the leadership of Honorable Patrick Aramba, the immediate past president of Anambra State Association of Town Union Youth Wing, is currently the commissioner, had a project called One Youth Two Skills. The One Youth Two Skills, we call it a signature project of the government, where young people were given opportunity to learn skills, vocational skills, also to learn entrepreneurship training. That's what made it the second skill of it. And after that, they were empowered to go on and start up their own. Last year, about 5,000 young people were empowered with 2 billion naira to go and start their own business. That is quite commendable.
Each person 2 billion naira?
No, I mean
Okay.
5,000 young persons were given 2 billion.
Okay.
2 billion to start their own business in line with what they have learned from the One Youth Two Skill training. And unfortunately, people who do not believe in it, that do not apply, even though they knew about it, are now scrambling to apply, even asking when is the next time, when is the next time. You know, government has demonstrated faith in its promise that it is ready to empower young people. All you need to do, follow the process and procedure that are laid down, for you to partake in the process. And it's a demonstration of faith from the government angle. Then another aspect of the youth development program we had last year, there's a SID, Solution Innovation District, under the office of the Solution Innovation, under the leadership of a special advisor to the governor on SID, GMA, she's doing well. And last year, 20,000 young people were trained on tech skills. Towards the end of the last year, 3,000 young persons were also mobilized and trained on different aspects of tech skills. And what does that tell you? What it tells you is this, that this government is mindful of getting the young people, equipping them with the requisite skills that will enable them be employable, that will enable them engage themselves productively, making contribution to the economy of the state, vis-a-vis the country. And as usually governors say, as governor usually says, leave no one behind. And this is a demonstration of faith and a demonstration of promise, fulfilling the promise the government made, under Soludo administration, which was even captured in the manifesto. So another aspect again we'll look at is that the level of young people, the number of young people that is in this government, we have never had it before. Before. This time around, you have young people holding critical positions in this government. Where do I start to mention? You have a commissioner who is youth. You have so many commissioners who are young people, who are even, when you say young people, I want to be specific, who are not above 45 years. Let's be specific, who are not above 45 years, holding critical positions. If I begin to mention the ministries, there are many. Ministry of Finance is a young person. Budget, utility, power, environment, health. These are young people. And one thing about it, we're happy about this, but these young people are not disappointing. They are doing very well in the respective offices they are holding.
How well are they doing? Because this is one of the problems we've been having. That most times these old brigades will tell you that these young people don't have any experience. That if you give them positions, they won't be able to handle it very well because of lack of experience. And that's why I want to ask you now, these young people that have been engaged by the present governor, Professor Soludo, how well are they doing as youth, manning different ministries and different positions of directorates in the states?
You can even go specific to you can even go specifically to mention a ministry. I will tell you what the young man is doing, what the commissioner is doing in that ministry. You can even go and review what is happening, what was happening before and what's happening now. And let me tell you one thing. When a ministry, you have, yes, the leader who is a commissioner. But in that ministry, you have PAMSEC. You have directors who are already in that system, who know what and what it takes to do what and what. But what that leadership is represent is the policy. If there is need for review, the drive. Because a young person has energy. All you need to do is coordinate these people, understand what is the vision of the governor, what he wants to achieve in that area. Then you are the one communicate it with your people who are in the ministry. As a team player, communicate to them, and then be at the forefront to drive it. So when you talk about experience, what kind of experience? What kind of experience? Do you go to school to study leadership?
Yeah, some people do.
No, let me tell you. Usually, we don't even go to school to study. You have tell me which university is offering the course called leadership. These are things that you have various training even before they were appointed. Even some of them before they were appointed, most of them have even undergone a series of leadership training courses that will take 4 months, 6 months, thereabout. What is there is this: a leader should be able to be a team player. You don't do it alone. You also have the vision. You must have specific goal you want to achieve with timeline. Communicate this to your members. Let it sink to them. Give yourself target so that when you apply the action that is needed, at the end of it, you make a review. You assess yourself. How well have you done in for this period? That's leadership. You must have a vision. You must have goal. You must have the requisite answer. That's why sometimes you will say the needed ingredient that is required in driving this is the energy. That's why we say we want young people to occupy these positions. Because when you have someone you think that has experience and does not have the energy to push, then where do you get the result?
He will use you. He will use
you. He will use me.
That has the energy. Okay,
they are doing pretty well. Okay, we are proud of them.
Okay, let's also look at other areas apart from the governor appointing youths into leadership positions like as commissioners, and then the 1 youth 2 skills thing. What other areas will you say that the government is affecting the life of the youth in the states?
Do you know the employment the government made in the area of education, employing 5,000 teachers and also employing additional 3,000 teachers, it's quite massive. See, it's not enough to say you are giving free education. How quality is that education? And how quality that education is depends largely on the quality of teachers you recruit to do the teaching. That's just the basic. So this government has demonstrated seriousness, fulfilling the promise it made, and then we are seeing it. 5,000 teachers, then 3,000 teachers, the second batch. Soon they will be given appointments. Now, what does that tell you? You know, in our system, if you want to know an average family, ask average family, find out where the children are going to, where schools they are going to, if it's public or private. That's how you can use to measure the level of the family, the income level of that family. If you come to a family, you find out that their children are going to public school, the impression is that they are below average. True or false? That's today, not previously. Then if you come to your family and see that the children are going to private school, average and above average. But that's the truth. That's the reality we have facing today. Now, government said this from basic from 1 to JS3 free. From SS1 to SS3, 5,000 naira, maximum of 5,000 naira payment. Now, is it enough? When you don't have teachers in that school, will you have a good number of students going to that school? No. What did he do? He now said, okay, we need quality teachers who are going to be in these schools to do the teaching. Then we need to recruit them and pay them as at when due. Place value on them. And that is another aspect of it that is unique. Now, by hopefully this January or February, we'll have 8,000 teachers employed by this government. Is it not? Which people will be doing the teaching? Are they young people or old people? The recruitment, will you go to the old people or the young people? Can you answer that?
I don't answer questions. I ask questions. I ask questions.
So you asked which other area that this government is doing in respect to empowering young people. That is aspect of it. And what that tells you is this: if anyone who applied for teaching and you did not get it, remember another aspect of it is this: it is not limited to Anambra alone. Once you are living here in Anambra State, you are qualified as long as you have what it takes to do the teaching. So we don't do the recruitment based on state of origin.
Really?
Yeah. Wherever you are from, as long as you are from, as long as you're resident in Anambra, you are qualified. This government will take you. That's another thing. Other states need to emulate. And then what does that message send across to young people? That what is required for you to be engaged in this administration is what are the requisite skills you have? If you have the requisite skills, then be hopeful that this government will engage you and you'll be productive and participate in growing the economy of the state. That's the thing.
Okay. And apart from what the government is doing, let's zero down to other areas of our lives, especially you as the President General of ASATU Youth. That's, we are talking about youth development, and you are SZD Torobia na the state. So what are you guys doing at your own level, or did you just queue into government level and whatever government is doing, you claim it, that this is for the youth? Is there anything that the ASATU youth leadership is doing to make sure that our youth, Anambra State youth, are properly engaged?
God bless you for this question you asked, because it is not government that does it all. Government is an institution. ASATU Youth is the youth wing of ASATU. And in ASATU, we have the ASATU, the parent body. We have ASATU Women Wing, the women wing of ASATU. We have ASATU Youth Wing, the youth wing of ASATU. Now, all we call them ASATU family. Under the leadership of our national president, Barrister Titus Abudo, Ebeje Ebuagu. We are community people. And when we say we are community people, I won't do Obodo. Anambra has 179 communities in the state. My administration started 2023, specifically January 6. So 2 days from now, I'll be marking 1 year in office.
Where is it happening?
I will tell you. So what we inherited in the ASATU Youth was a platform where only the youth leaders, so to say, the one youth leader that is representing a community that we see as the youth leaders of Anambra. Also to say, the people who the focus of the leadership was based on, as we met the constitution. Then under my leadership, we reviewed that constitution. We reviewed it to broaden the scope, give it the right framework that will be able to understand, will be able to redefine the operations of our ASATU youth. Now, what do I mean by this? By reviewing the constitution, we now have 5 categories of membership of ASATU youth. So it used to be 1 category, but now we reviewed it to have 5 categories. Now, the first category being the #1 youth leader from each community. Then another category is associate members. When I mean associate members, I mean there are people in the community, leaders in the community that we have been able to identify, created platforms for them, then be able to identify whoever that is leading in that platform is an associate of ASATU Youth, which is part of membership of ASATU Youth. What are those people we call associates? We have lady organizers. We have graduate youths. We have students union, community students. You see that? Then we have up to 11 categories. So this aspect, we now take one of them. We have even the task force. We have neighborhood watch that has to do with security. So these are areas we have been able to identify, and we are looking at implementing them this year, so that by the time you come to a community, each community will have not just one youth leader, but a youth leader that will have about 22 different platforms operating in that community. That is, when we say associate, we have associate, we have also affiliate members. For example, core members who are serving in the community, they are affiliate members. Another aspect of affiliate members would be non-indigenous youth. For example, if you have somebody who is not from my town but living in my town, that person is a member of Asatu Youth. But we'll call that person an affiliate member because he's a non-indigenous living in the community. So the essence of this is to be able to identify our young people no matter where they belong. But creating these platforms will enable us to categorize them so that we will identify them from that angle. Even the physically challenged young people, we also have a category for them so that we'll be able to identify them. So this is what we'll be able to do in the area of reviewing our bylaw to have this scope. Then, apart from that, as in Obodo, check this administration under Soludo. It has 5 key pillars. First one is security, law and order. Second one, economic transformation. The third one, social agenda. Then the fourth one, value system and governance. Then the fifth one, environment. Now, that aspect of value system and governance, it is not government. It is not government that should tell the people what their value system is. It is the people that should be able to identify their value system. But what government has done is to tell us the importance of having a value system. Now, Asatu Youth has identified a set of values that define us as Anambra being the light of the nation. Because it's only Anambra that has the slogan called Light of the Nation. No other state has it. And then we ask ourselves, what really makes us the light of the nation? We went ahead to identify there are 12 core values. So Asatu Youth also produced a book titled I Believe in Anambra as a template for good governance, value system, and orientation in Anambra. Now what it means is this: we have been able to identify this set of values that define us as in the Anambra. Then what we now need to do is to share these values to our young people. Let them understand, I am in the Anambra, I am in the Ife, GMA Obodo Nigeria.
Na ife zimalai, na ife jimalai, na ifanye neme, na ifanye ademe. Na what we have been able to achieve for ourselves and what we intend to achieve in future.
That's the game. And there are 12. First one is fear of God. Second one, patriotism. Third one, self-reliance. Fourth one, discipline. Fifth one, life. 6, truth. 7, liberty. 8, justice. 9, community. 10, dignity of labor. 11, religious and ethnic tolerance. And 12, love. See, these values are the values that we expect in the nearest future the country, Nigeria, will adopt. Other states will emulate.
Okay, when you say life, what does that mean?
There is sanctity to human life. That you cannot take human life because you don't give it. There is need to put premium in the life of everyone. You dare not tamper with that human life. It's very important.
Okay, but recently there's been this incessant killings here and there, even young people venturing to use their parents, their siblings for ritual purposes and a whole lot of things. To what extent have you gone to explain to them the need for this sanctity of life?
That's what I told you, that last year we were able to identify these values. Then this year we are going to take this message to them. As I said, it is not government that is supposed to drive this value system. It's the people, and we are the people. We are the community. We have more than 79 communities, so it's our duty to take this message to our various communities and let them know these are the values we should uphold as our articles of faith in the Anambra project.
When you say we, what do you mean?
When I mean we the young people. We should be the crusaders take this message of values to our various homes, to our communities, to our marketplaces, that these are values that define us as Indian Anambra, so that if you behave anyhow, we will tell you are not behaving like Indian Anambra. These are values we are talking about. And what we are not even looking at only going to the various 179 communities. We are also this year reaching out to our young people who live in different states and different states of this country and FCT. That's 35 states and FCT. Not only that, reaching out to all the countries of the world where we have our young people who are in the Anambra. That's the game. So that in every state we'll build a community of young people who are from an Anambra state. In outside this country, in every country we'll build, in every country outside this Nigeria, we'll build a community of young people who live in that community. In that community, within that country, as in the Anambra living in that community.
Instruction.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's also talk about our values, because I know recently it does appear that people celebrate money, especially in this your state called Anambra State. Make money, we don't care how you made it. And you and a whole lot of things, and you start making, even when we don't know the source of your wealth. How are you doing this? I mean, to what extent have you been able to let our youth to know that there is dignity in labor, and you don't just become whatever you want to be by doing whatever you want to do. That will lay down things, madam, in a very, right way for you to be able to be recognized, so that the other people will be encouraged that you don't just go and make money anyhow and get recognized in the society.
Imana, this question you ask now, if truly, I must tell you, it will look as if we even planned it before coming, as if we had a discussion before coming here. Do you know, it's very apt. We have a program called Community Youth Development Award. You see, now, we target now Anambra Community Development Award. We started this December. We sent forms to our members. Identify for us one person in your community who has been able to make enormous contribution towards community youth development in your community. And that person, we must have a track record of his activities.
And his source of wealth.
Whatever. Give us that person. And not only that, when you give us that person, we also have we made it also say that each community, apart from giving us that person, we are going to get 4 testimonials. 1 from Igwe, 2 from PG, 3 from the woman leader, 4 from the youth leader, talking about that person. Can you see that? Talking about that person. And what that thing means is this, is that at the end of the day, we'll be able to produce 179 role models in Anambra State that we'll look at them and we'll see them as icons of hope for a better Anambra, icons of hope for that light of the nation we are branding ourselves as. You see that? Now, with that, you find out that those people who feel that making money is the most important thing, they will change their thinking. To understand that and this program is going to be annual event.
Are you saying that most of these people you are going to recognize as community developers or whatever you have tagged it, that they're not going to be the rich ones from the community they come from? Is that what you're saying?
If they happen,
is there any way you recognize a young guy that is taking care of the village square, that kind of thing, to make sure that place is clean and a whole lot of things? Don't worry. Okay. You answer the question. We'll take a break when we come back. You answer the question. Let's break now, please.
Okay.
Anambra Broadcasting Service, ABS. With delight, we bring you the light that we bear through our illustrious leaders. Our icons. Our industrious people. Our rich culture. Our places of pride. And our mouth-watering cuisine. With unbridled professionalism and renewed tenacity, we serve you real-time news, information, entertainment of varied genres with unfettered reach of your clients and customers. AB.
Okay, welcome back. It is still Good Morning Anambra Thursday edition, and I'm still here with Ken as in Torobia, Anambra State. He is comrade Ken. What's that your surname? Ken Okoli, President General Asatu. By the way, Asatu is Anambra State Association of Town Unions, and he is in charge of the youth wing. Yes. Okay, that's why we are here talking about youth development and then a whole lot of things. Yes, before we went on this break, I asked you a question, how you're going to do your selection. Is that going to be that, will you be able to recognize that young man that keeps that village square clean? You know, even the stream, a whole lot. I know we all come from this kind of suburbs. There are people that are outstanding in the society that, I got the problem. I'm a whole lot of things. Is there any way we can recognize people like that?
See, the idea behind this is not to recognize the young people per se, who are hardworking, contributing to the development of the community. The idea behind this is raise role models that the young people can emulate. That's the idea about this community. Yes, this is Community Youth Development Award. That is the essence. Raising role models who are icons of hope for a better Anambra. You see that? So, and each community has one slot. Just one person. Nominate that one person, and your Igwe, your PG, your woman leader, your youth leader will also give us testimony, as a testimonial about that person. You see that? And that person will tell us, will explain to us, give us a biography. Let's know how you started as a young person. You see, let's know. You must have a track record. So that's the essence of it. Not actually a person who has money. No. Outside of it. No. You must tell us how you started as a young person.
How you started and how you made it.
Are you getting it?
Money will come in eventually. Okay, let's go, Ken. Let's go, Ken. Let's go. Okay, what is this coming up?
It's going to be up in March.
Is it going to be an annual event?
Yes, it's going to be an annual event.
Okay, every year?
Yes, every year.
Each community gets one person?
Yes. Okay. So that we will have, see, it's a celebration of community institution. You know, in every society, we have 7 key components. You have the citizenship institution, you have the family institution, you have religious institution, you have educational institution, you have business institution, you have community institution, then you have government institution. This one is about community institution. So, in community institution, we have 4 key stakeholders. The Igwe, number 1. The PG, number 2. The woman leader, number 3. The youth leader, number 4. You see that? So, this is going to be in March, which is about celebrating our community institution, sharing our values, because we have something that makes us in the Anambra being the light of the nation. And we want to use that opportunity to tell the whole world, this is what makes us in the Anambra being the light of the nation. I will do Obodo.
I wouldn't do, but again, to be honest with you, I want to this committee. We must recognize this aspect of our lives. You know, growing up, we see people that have made it in life. So many of these guys that your children are professors now. Most of them are great farmers. Most of them are great wine tappers.
Yeah.
They train their children. They had about 9, 10, 12 children. They train all of them. They become responsible. People like this, people from this kind of background, I feel should be recognized because it's also an exemplary way of living that you can live an honest life. You can live a simple life and still make it in life. All these professors you see now, all of them were trained by great men that did not really have money, but they have wisdom. They have, you know,
You're saying the same thing.
What do you call it? Trustable source of living that you can say na ifonya aneme. Weli abulo dogu, weli na koji na kota na etemanya na emenka, and he established them as a family. Let's look around, play around this, okay? So that because if we want to look at money, well, it's so easy. Guys can make money anyhow now. Pia pam 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 pam. And yeah, Abulu youth, what do you call ambassador? A whole lot of things.
Do you know, the essence of this award is this: just raise role models for young people, and these role models basically must have contributed to the development of that community. We must count this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or thereabout. This person has done in that community. You see that?
Okay.
So it's not about the name of my outside. No. Kefi megoro bodogi obodogi say that with these things you have done, those things have impacted the lives of the people living in that community, and it has also put that community in the global map. That's what we are looking at. Icons of hope. Because government is an institution, yes. And it continues to have different administration. Are you getting it? Different administration. But the community institution is there. You know the oldest Igwe in this world is Igwe
Orizu.
You know that?
I know.
Eh?
I know.
Fine. Now, what does that tell you? What does that tell you? It tells you something that we that are Ndi Obodo, like Oka used to say, Okolo na-eche obodo. Anyuma Ndi Ntolobia, Okolo na-eche obodo. Chọrọ sample ndị ama dị worthy of emulation, ndị na-eso anyị na-edu ga na-enele anya wee na-akpa agwafa. It's not enough to set out these values and say these values are the values that are going to serve as our articles of faith in Anambra project. Mana kendi mmadu I ga-ejikwa wee match these values and say yes na ndị a omumefa mfa na-eto na ife na-eme wife dị momi I ga momi fa so that ka yekwa dịkwa kafa or kaliafa. This is basically
kafa role models.
Yes, role models. Icons of hope.
Okay. The kind of Chikota Ken, would you please talk to your New Year message to your youth? Okay.
In the by the grace of God, my leadership is that 4-year tenure. We've spent 1 year. Remaining 3 years, we're going to have a lot. But this year, no matter where you come from, no matter where you come from, mana ibina Anambra, we are going to identify the person. Then onye obuna bu onye ntorobia or agbobia.
When you say ntorobia is walking and wine. Ikolobia is singular. And then agbobia.
Once you're a youth living in Anambra, no matter where you come from, even if you are from Cotonou, you're from Niger, living in Anambra, you're going to identify you. Then if you're a young person living outside Anambra, but you are from Anambra origin, in any part of the world, be it Kaduna, be it Canada, be it US, we are going to identify you. We are creating branches in every state of this country and FCT, and in every country of the world, because we want to identify our young people who are in Anambra, living in any part of the world. Actually, yes, we are Umuife, and Ifa Gachawapu in every part of the world. It is our time, and we are taking that responsibility to ensure that it happens this year, so that by August this year we will celebrate Anambra Youth Day. From 1st of August to 30th of August is going to be Anambra Youth Day. Different branches are going to choose the day that they are going to celebrate, so that at the end of the day we'll have one day among the days of the month that we are going to do it collectively, online, real time, physically, together as Anambra youth all over the world, because this is our time.
Okay, they were loud.
Yes.
Very loud.
I'm telling you.
It's our time. It will shake this place. It will shake the country. It will shake every tribe. They will want to identify with themselves wherever they are. Dalo, Ken, thank you very much for coming this morning. And then I know, so you are one of us, and what are many fear that you are going to deliver. Okay, yeah, I
will tell you. Oh, Izukaya, what's it called?
I've been talking with Ken Okoli, Comrade Ken Okoli, President General ASATU Youth, and we looked at youth development in Anambra State 2023 review and the prospects in 2024. I'm sure you've been able to understand what they do in their own department as youth. Okay, am I even a youth? Okay, I'm a youth. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody that made it happen this morning. Thank you. My name is GMA, and God's keeping us. We're going to be here tomorrow to conclude the week's activity. God bless you.
Yeah.